I'm pretty sure the majority of us would have known what a Jeep is. You know, that American iconic vehicle, four-wheel drive, the one that goes off-road. You know, you get to see it a lot in Hollywood movies. And you know what? Jeep also happen to be making other stuff as well, including this earphone here, which I have in my hand. Jeep JPEW002 Bluetooth TWS, okay? And this is the unit itself. Price, I would say very affordable. If you are in Shopee in Asia Pacific, as you can see here, in Malaysia, you can get it for 119 Malaysian ringgit or equivalent to 25 US dollar if you can find it in AliExpress. So let's just have a closer look at the build, the construction and the configuration for this EW002. And have a look here, this neat looking gadgetry here. As with the spirit of Jeep, all the theme for this TWS is pretty much designated as being adventurous, okay, the kind of thing that you would want to bring out into adventure. And this is like look like a hiking gear or a torchlight rather than TWS, but this is the cradle itself. So what you can do is that just like this, right, and you have the TWS here, and let me just show you, this is the interface for the charging for USB type C, okay, which is included inside the box alongside some user manual, and pretty much very simple affair, right? While you place it inside, it will always be charging, okay, just like any TWS. And have a closer look at the earbud itself. So the designation for this Jeep EW002 is pretty much similar to, I would say, design like Apple, earbud thing, okay? And you put it like this, very simple to wear, okay, and comfortable. All right, as you would see here, the configuration for this EW002 is pretty much the impedance rating is rated at 32 ohm. I would say that it's kind of a bit high, and it only runs on SBC Bluetooth protocol. So which means that this is the most basic Bluetooth protocol that you can expect from a Bluetooth device. And as you can see on my phone here, it only support maximum SBC, no aptX, no LDAC, absolutely nothing else, okay? So with that in mind, it also need to be understood, setting the right kind of expectation. When you run on SBC, which is pretty much the simplest Bluetooth protocol, which also happen to be the easiest to set up, okay, do not expect hi-fi sort of sound, coming or, in usage of this EW002. For example, right, this EW002 is perfect for usage when listening to something like Spotify or even YouTube music, at which the most of the time the limited resolution for those kind of streaming platform is capped at around 320 kbps. If you run this EW002, right, playing it with some, let's say, FLAC local file, which is obviously much higher resolution, anything which is above 1k kbps of resolution, so there will be a downscaling and you might lose some resolution, some quality in the process. So the keyword here is that this EW002 is definitely designated for casual usage, casual listening, not for analytical usage.
Hello, hello. Test 1, 2, 3. You are listening to me now via Jeep JPEW002, recorded directly to my PC using Bluetooth profile. And there's no enhancement or any kind of noise suppression in the background. I hope this sounds good.
I would say quite good. The quality is clear, okay? I can hear myself clearly, despite sounding kind of a bit robotic. But then again, we are talking about, microphone which is designated for use of, talking to somebody else over WhatsApp or even, interfacing through some online platform. So it is pretty much okay for as long as it is clear and people can hear you properly. Now let's talk about sound and performance. How does this JPEW002 perform as a musical playback device? And I would just simply classify. In general, I would say that this EW002 being a warm sounding IEM or TWS, okay, generally the sound itself is being smooth, the tonality and the timbre itself being organic, which is a very positive thing considering that this is a dynamic driver, does not sound digital or anything like that. But okay, I must admit, it is not so very well versed when used to listening to certain type of genre of music, something which require a bit more of analytical prowess. So if you want to be analytical, perhaps this EW002 is not the one for you, because the limitation of the SBC itself would not permit, especially upper frequency resolution, meaning that the decay, the extension itself would seem roll off. Okay, talking about the dynamic range itself, let's talk about the mid-range. The mid-range is definitely smooth, warm, and impactful, especially on the lower mid-range, and it goes all the way to the lower frequency, to the mid-bass, and all the way to the sub-bass. The good thing is that the mid-bass is punchy. Being a dynamic driver, it has ample amount of speed and resolution to it, and it also offers good texture to a point that I was able to enjoy largely something like, electronic music or even rock and metal music, but not so much on something which require a bit more of precision. Again, the keyword here, precision or transparency, like, classical or any like technical jazz. Okay, when it comes to the upper frequency, the good thing is that this EW002 is smooth. Okay, it has that sparkle and energy, but don't expect something which is crisper. It is more geared towards being, musical rather than analytical. Looking at the technical aspect of the sound itself, it is quite impressive actually on certain few areas, especially the layering and the separation. I was actually surprised to hear that I was able to differentiate different layer of instrument when listening to certain type of, complex music which has different level of layering. For example, like certain classical music, even Vivaldi, or even certain rock music which have so many guitars and, drums intertwined in between. That is an indication that the driver is quite agile to handle complex music, and the transient speed is impressive. And the soundstage itself, it seems wide to me, but not so holographic. So perhaps I would even say that if you are into gaming, this EW002 is not so suitable, but definitely I would say that if you are just for music, casual listening while on the go, then this EW002 would be perfect. And on a last note, while listening outdoor, in this kind of situation right now, no issue at all, because this thing doesn't have any kind of noise cancellation. It is pretty much an earbud. So if I did try it, while walking to the shop earlier, and then in the middle of somewhere where there's a lot of people, lots of traffic, I do lose a bit of, ability to listen properly to the music itself. I have to crank up the volume, which is very simple by just tapping here and there. Okay, this also serves as a function button where you click play and pause. And but what I'm trying to say is that the best way to use this EW002 is to set your expectation correctly, that it will not provide any kind of noise suppression. But I would say that, all in all, considering the price being asked and with the kind of, proper, warm, organic, natural sound, which is smooth and engaging, this EW002 is definitely one option to consider.